Hey, what up everybody, it's Senny, and this is Bloodborne on PS4. And today we are standing right in front of a boss fight. And the video is going to be just this boss fight because I got my cheeks clapped a few times. It's one of the hardest bosses in the game. It is EBRIETAS, Daughter of the Cosmos. So I'm getting ready here for the fights, and this is post-com because I don't know, I felt like doing it like that. You know, it's the easiest way I can get these done sometimes. But so if I remember correctly, this boss I think is weak to bolt, and it's kind of like the Seath fight where you want to get in on the side as far in as you can and kind of have her push you around as she tries to face you. It's really hard to do, and she has this charge move that's hard to avoid, and like a charge up attack that shoots beams down. I think it's like Augur of Ebrietas maybe called that. I don't know, you know how I am. I don't know exactly all the names of everything, but here I am trying to get around on the side. I did pretty good there. I got right in behind her, but she hopped backwards, so I had to dip out. Anytime that happens, you want to dip out and heal, but you want to try to get in on the side of her. And she nailed me there, so get a few hits in and get the heck out. If I can, those tentacles are blocking me from getting where I want to be. They have a hitbox there on the side to try to keep you from going behind Ebrietas. So you gotta watch out for that. Anytime you lose even a little bit of health, I'd recommend getting the heck out of there. And try to have enough health to survive that charge, because you're gonna get hit by it. Unless you get super lucky, you're gonna get hit by that charge. So I'd recommend wearing something with a lot of physical protection. Like maybe the one from Yarhargal. You know, that's what I recommend. But, anyway, see, there's the charge again. Bam! Sometimes that can take you out in one hit. So you gotta be wearing the right kind of armor to deal with that. You want to make sure it won't kill you in one hit, you know? Somebody's knocking on my door, but like right there, you know, I didn't heal, so I didn't, or I also had frenzy. So she can also spit blood at you, and if the blood hits you, your frenzy bar is going to cap out, and you're going to take a bunch of damage. So a lot of the time she'll do that blood spit and the charge almost at the same time. It's like a deadly combo. So if you get hit by the blood, then you're going to get hit with the charge, and it's going to be a death. So try not to get hit by the blood. It's easy to avoid, but if you're like tucking your tail and rolling away trying to heal, and like you just don't see it coming and it hits you, be careful, because as soon as that frenzy hits, you might want to take a sedative, but as soon as you take a sedative, you're probably going to get run over as well. But just try not to get hit by the blood. It's like easy to avoid, but if you get hit by it, it's really dangerous. So that's one of her moves as well, I forgot to mention. But she got me there, she hit me with the blood, frenzy bar built up, it took a chunk of my health, and she ran me over with the charge attack that's really hard to avoid. Look how wide she is, so that charge, man, that charge will, it's really hard to dodge. It can be done, but it's difficult. It's like a weird timing and a weird hitbox. Way bigger than you think, and like way earlier or later than you think. So. But yeah, you want to get him on the side and in and behind her. If you can get between those two legs right there, that's one of the best spots. I thought I was doing really well here, getting in behind her, using my bolt paper on a fast weapon. Do a nice little charge. But the one thing I was not doing, which I don't know why, I wasn't using transform attacks. I was just R1 spamming, which I wish I was using transform attacks. I was trying charge attacks though, so I wasn't just R1 spamming. But there's that charge again, barely moved out of the way. And I probably would have died because I had some health missing. So be careful. Sometimes you just want to top off, because if you get run over by that charge, you're gonna die if you don't have a certain amount of health. But right here, look at that. If you're in on her and behind her and trying to do damage, and all of a sudden she freezes and isn't doing anything or trying to turn towards you or get away, then she's probably doing that, and you're gonna get nailed. Because I didn't know that was coming either. So both times I died was due to projectile attacks I didn't see coming. So my fault. I was in on her, which you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to stay far out. You're not supposed to be mid-range, or you're supposed to either be all the way in or all the way out. You don't want to be in that mid-range because she has really far reach. Excuse me. But you want to be in very close. So while you're in and you're going ham on her, and you're not paying attention, you're trying to get that third hit in, or that charge attack, or that second transform attack. She might have frozen and you didn't notice, and all of a sudden you're getting hit by Augur of EBRIETAS or Blood, Frenzy Spit, or you know, one of the two. So that's what happened to me both times. Both times I died there. Both times I got my cheeks clapped. First time was the Blood Spit plus a charge. Second time was Augur of EBRIETAS while I was really far in, doing some damage. Didn't notice she had frozen in place and was charging that up. And then pew pew pew, I was dead. It only takes you getting hit with like all three of those, you know, like a full blast of it to kill you. Alright, third try. Actually, this is the fourth try. I didn't record the first death because I was trying to fit it onto the last video. In the last video we did a Celestial Emissary, and we dealt with patches and everything. We used Upper Cathedral Ward Key, finished off the upper lecture hall and all that stuff. So I was trying to, like, I only had 5 minutes left. I was trying to fit this boss fight onto the end of that video. So I tried it once, like on a separate recording. I was going to add on to the end, and it just didn't work out. It was too long and I died, so I just cut it out, and I made this video a standalone video, because look at that, dead again. Didn't see exactly how that happened, but it looked like her long reach got me, maybe some blood spit. So keep some sedatives on your belt, because that happened twice. Like I said, I didn't see exactly what happened there because I was blabbing about why this is even a video. Which I think it's a cool video. It's one of the coolest bosses, one of the hardest bosses, and I died a few times, so it's still a decently long video. So I think that was my fourth death, third that you guys have seen. That time I didn't see what happened, but it was her long reach got me as I was trying to get away, maybe something like that. This guy can do the same thing. Look, pew pew pew. Augur of EBRIETAS. That takes 40 arcane, I think, to do that. You pick it up here, I think. You pick it up here or in the next area. I think we already have it, so we pick it up here. And you can use it's an arcane item, but it takes 40 arcane. That's a lot. And like, I have on my belt the bone, the hunter's bone. I was thinking about trying to use that to dodge around behind her. But there's also a summon you can use, an NPC summon. And I was thinking maybe he would distract her enough for me to get behind and do some transform attacks. Let's get rid of these babies. Let's like actually do it right this time. Let's send the elevator back up and everything, just in case. It's like the one time you do everything right. You know? Let's do everything correct. Let's kill the babies. Let's kill all the ads on the way to the boss. Let's send the elevator back up. Let's use the NPC co-op guy. Let's do all of that. Let's do it all right this time and see if we win. Maybe this will lead to a win when you do everything right. Hope y'all didn't hear that. Had to cut for a minute for a loud pier. That's a first. Some loud pee hitting some water. If you heard that. Oh well. This always happens to me. Anyway. But I got the NPC here, the NPC Phantom helping me out. Old Hunter Mensis Scholar Damien. Pretty cool. He's distracting her a little bit, shooting some magic, doing some ranged attacks. Not sure exactly what his stuff is called, but it's doing some damage as well. It's not just a little bit of tickles. It's helping out. So while I'm running away healing, he can be doing damage. And while he's doing damage, I can be doing damage. It's like it works out good. I'm not sure if the boss gains a little bit of extra health due to having a co-op partner here, NPC. But if they do, it's worth it for all the distraction that you get and all the damage. Because all the damage he's gonna do, it's probably enough to cancel that out. Plus all the extra damage I'm gonna get. We're being able to hit EBRIETAS while she's distracted. Lucky not to get hit on that one. She was I think she's charging up. I actually noticed it for once. Ooh, he was charging up too, boy. He was sending some magic her way. They should have put a better NPC here. I mean, he's using like the stuff she's using, so she's probably not weak to it. Like a guy that uses electricity or fire or something else. Maybe not fire though, because she's in water, so that usually means that they're not susceptible if they're in it. Like if you're in water, then fire's not going to work very well. But electricity will. That's like a sure sign with boss's weaknesses and whatever. If they're in water, usually electricity is really good, and fire is not. And she's using arcane, so obviously arcane is not. But our NPC did okay with arcane, so it's probably about the second best. We got the Great Ease Chalice. As you can see, the NPC summon worked really well. I would recommend just doing that, just on your first try. Just go ahead and use the NPC summon and let him distract her, and you get in behind with a fast weapon with a bolt, and do some transform attacks and dip as soon as it turns to face you or you get hit. Then you can dip and just roll out and heal or something, whatever you want to do. But we got the Great Ease Chalice. This is for Chalice dungeons, going in really far. A chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal. Great chalices unlock deeper reaches of the labyrinth. The Great Ease Chalice became the cornerstone of the choir, the elite delegation of the healing church. It was also the first great chalice brought back to the surface since the time of Bergenworth, and allowed the choir to have audience with EBRIETAS. So, this is like one of the last chalices, I'm pretty sure, and lets you go as deep can be. So I've done all the chalice dungeons. I have all the achievements, so I've used that before. I've gone into those before. I've done all the combinations that make it super hard, you know. I've done Queen Yarnum, gotten all like the uncanny weapons and everything, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I might be doing that on the side here a little bit, maybe, because it's fun. Let's see what's behind this boss here. Usually in a boss arena there's not any items or anything. I don't know, there usually isn't, unless it's specifically for the fight. Like, you know, maybe you need to shoot a cannon at them and there's rocket ammo to pick up. But most times in From Software games there's not items in the boss arena. Maybe like way back behind something. Like what comes to mind is Yorm. I think there's a couple items in his boss arena. But right here you can click on this and it says do nothing. You have to have an item to, you have to have a certain item to use on this. It's an altar. I think it's like a covenant altar kind of. So you need a certain item to use here. It's not a gesture, it's not a helmet or anything. I think it's red jelly. Like I think it has to do with the Vile Bloods, and you need the queen's like, I don't know, intestines or something. I don't know what to call it. The queen's entrails. When you know how Albert, spoiler alert, you know how Albert goes in and murders her if you give him the Canehurst summons or whatever. You need to pick up something after that, which is like her remains, and then you take her remains to this altar. I'm pretty sure, like, we'll do it next time. We might. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it next time. But yeah, we'll check that out next time. I'm trying stuff here just to see if it works, but it doesn't. We need something else, and it has to do with the Vile Bloods and Albert. So we'll do that next time. Please like, share, subscribe. Hope you like this little video of just one of the hardest, coolest bosses in the game, and me getting my cheeks clapped. So like, share, subscribe, consider becoming a member, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.